Welcome into Zollinger Park here just south of Logan, Utah. Utah State Club Baseball here hosting Montana for the first game here in the fall series. I'm Casey Miller, joined to my right by McCade Swallow. As this first pitch gets set and catches the outside edge for strike one. That one put in play right up the middle. Base hit early to start for Bolton.
You see Caden Matthews on the mound, frustrated that he let that one go by, just bolted past him.
One hit now early in the game for Montana. Swung on, fouled off to the right side. The 0-1 pitch. Way outside, ball one. Matthews on the mound gets the signal. Just upstairs, ball two. Pitch is just high. 3 straight balls, now a 3-1 count here for Hellwig.
So now we'll see if he just keeps the bat on his shoulder here and gets 2 runners on base early.
That one fouled off straight back towards us, and that will fill the count.
Dangerous spot early if you're Caden Matthews. Chance to get 2 runners on with no outs.
Full count pitch. And that catches the outer black, a looking strikeout. First one of the day for Matthews.
Good confidence. Able to keep it inside on that. Looked like Hellwig thought it was a ball, ready to walk it off, but good job keeping it inside.
Now 1 out, runner on first. First pitch catches the upper part of the zone. That is strike one. The 0-1, that one driven out to center field, but handled with a diving catch. Runner back to first in there safely, but that is 2 outs off of a great play out there in center field. Ashton Lindley with the diving catch out there in center to prevent another hit.
That ball had a lot of movement on it. Good job by Ashton tracking that down, able to get under it.
2 down now as Terrell steps up to the plate. And the lefty takes the first pitch, catches the outside black, and that is strike one.
He's daring these hitters to hit. Saw a few balls early, but since then, a lot inside the zone.
2 strikes now for Terrell. Matthews on the mound, been solid since that first leadoff hit. Second pitch he threw. The 0-2 pitch. Runner goes. Throw to second. Safe, gets around the tag. Montana gets their first stolen base of the season with Bolton moving on the pitch. And now a runner in scoring position with a 1-2 count.
Yeah, and a good read there. Nobody on second to take the catch. So Slides in safe.
Matthews with the 1-2. That one popped up. Shortstop is under it. And that one handled easily. After a leadoff single and a stolen base, Montana strands one in scoring position. One hit, one runner left on, and no runs scored, as the Aggies will be up to bat when we come right back. Welcome back into Zollinger Park. The Aggies taking their first at-bats today. It will first be Ian Tippett stepping in for the Aggies. First pitch, very high, going for the off-speed to start it, and it will be a 1-0 count here for Tippett. Bennett out there on the mound for Montana. We'll be starting off the first game of this doubleheader. That one low and inside, ball 2.
Tippett's one of the many freshmen getting a start today. We get to see a lot of new faces on this Aggie lineup.
That one down the middle taken, strike 1. That one fouled down to the plate. Evens the count out at 2.
Just got a piece of it there. A little high on it.
Two-two pitch and hits him. So quickly a runner on here for the Aggies. Tippett gets on base for the first time in this early season. And Vinny Rohr, one of the captains of this team, will be stepping in.
Yeah, good welcome to the club for Ian Tippett. Hit by pitch at his first at-bat.
Bennett trying to shake off that hit by pitch. First one well outside. The Aggies have been known to steal quite a few bases these last few years, so don't be too surprised if there's plenty of movement on the base paths between these two games today. And runner takes off. That one driven to the left side through the infield. A nice single there for Rohr to start off his season. And now runners on first and second with no one out for the Aggies.
Yeah, Tippett's looked like he was wanting to go there. It doesn't matter. Rohr gets the base hit. Good start for the Aggies here.
Bennett trying to shake off those first two batters. Still no one out.
Now you got another veteran in this team in Ramage.
That one driven out to the right side past the second baseman. Rounding third. And he is in there safely. Tippett's an aggressive turn at third, but he gets in there safely. So an RBI single for Will Ramage to start off his year. And the Aggies take an early 1-0 lead with no one out still.
Yeah, you saw the throw there to the catcher, Peschel, 52, that's behind the plate. Just a little bit short. Wasn't able to make a play. Good running by Tippett's.
So now early in the bottom of the first, no one out. Still runners on first and second, one run across. Jake Burbage stepping in. Looking back at second, and a second hit by pitch. First one that Burbage sees gets him in the leg. Base is now loaded.
Bennett does not look settled there on the mound. That's 2 hit by pitch, and he's been just putting him exactly where the Aggies want him. Base is now loaded. You see the second baseman there. Terrell coming down to talk to him. So some early yips for Bennett in this first inning.
Yeah, not quite the start they were hoping for after being shut down in the first inning. Bases loaded as Ferrari steps to the plate. Takes the first pitch, low and inside, ball one. That one drops in just outside of the zone, ball two.
And now you really need a strike here. You don't want to go up 3-0. Another hit by pitch. And that's going to bring a runner home.
3 hit by pitch in the first 5 batters now for Bennett on the mound. The Aggies getting a painful second run.
Yeah, not necessarily how you want it, but they'll take it.
Michael Neville stepping to the plate. That one swung on and missed. Strike one.
Still no out, so you got to string together a few strikes here if you're Bennett. Get some of that confidence back.
0-1, fastball again. That one, dead ball, strike two. Attacking that batter a little bit more this time.
Yeah, he's swinging big at these, trying to get some of these runners home. And why not? No outs. Why not swing big?
The 0-2 pitch here. That one driven to the right side. That one will get down. Neville rounds first, going for second. 1 run in. 2-run score on the double from Mike Neville.
Another good start for the freshman Mike Neville. That's his first at bat, and he brings in 2 RBIs. Looks like Montana's calling a timeout here.
Yeah, what do you think they're talking about there on the mound?
Yeah, they definitely just want Bennett to settle in. They've got a lot of pitching to be had. This start of a doubleheader, another game Sunday. You don't want to dip into your bullpen this early. They're hoping to get a quality start from Bennett here, so just trying to tell him to settle in. They're in a dangerous spot. He's been all over the mound, all over the plate rather, hit by pitch. Probably trying to get him to put some more movement on these pitches. Aggies have figured him out pretty quickly.
Now, still no outs here in the bottom of the first. 4 runs across for the Aggies. Stepping in will be Avery Passy. First pitch swung on, fouled back to the right side. Strike 1.
And he's the third of 4 freshmen that we'll see tonight in this batting lineup, but you wouldn't know it the way they're playing right now.
That one swung on, fouled again to the right side. 0-2 count. Bennett here with the 0-2. That one drops in, looking strikeout on the breaking ball right there. First out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Definitely a confidence boost to get a strike out there. That'll be his first one of the night. Still 2 runners in scoring position. Definitely not out of the woods yet.
Lindley now in for Utah State as he hits that first pitch right up the middle. Going back is the center fielder. He gets under it. Runners both tag. And they will advance. It'll be a sacrifice fly there for Ashton Lindley. And another run comes across for the Aggies.
Already 5 runs in this first inning.
And now down to the 9 hole here in this first inning, Logan Lane. The second lefty for Utah State. Aggies 5 runs now here in the bottom of the first inning as this first pitch is well outside, ball 1.
Seems like he's getting just a little bit jumpy. He'll send someone right up the strike zone, and then he'll just throw a couple balls errant. You see it right there.
That one hit hard to the second baseman. It is handled, tossed over to first, and they get out of that inning. But it was a good one for the Aggies. They were able to get 5 runs on 3 hits and 3 hit by pitch. And now they hold a 5-0 lead at the end of the first inning. We'll be back as Montana tries to answer when we come back in the top of the second. Welcome back into Zollinger Park. The pitcher for Montana will be stepping in here in the top of the second inning. Bennett, the righty. Matthews still out there on the mound after a scoreless first inning, allowing one hit. First pitch up the middle, fouled off to the right side for a strike one.
Yeah, we saw Bennett struggle in that first inning. He's going to try and maybe right the ship at the plate.
Second pitch outside, ball one. That one driven out to the left side, handled at third, and thrown to first in plenty of time. First out here. Ramage making the play at third base.
Handles it really well. Those ground balls can be tricky to field, but did it in plenty of time.
Allen in for Montana. Half swing, but that's a foul ball.
Looked like he wanted to check it, but just got a piece of it there, so it's still going to be a strike.
The 0-1. Cut on and missed on the outside. Strike two.
Matthews looking a lot more confident in his pitches. Hasn't been giving up anything big, if anything at all.
0-2 pitch. That one blooped to the left side. That will be a base hit for Allen as he gets the second one of the day for the Grizz.
Looks like I just jinxed him right there.
Fouts, the first baseman, coming in for Montana. 1 out, 1 runner on. Excuse me, no outs, 1 runner on. Well, 1 out. That one cut on hard and missed. Strike one. That one cut on in the dirt. Strike two. Oh, 2 count now here. 4 fouls. Matthews with the pitch. High and outside, ball one. That one outside, swung on, second strikeout of the day for Caden Matthews. Has now 2 down in the top of the second.
Yeah, those 2 strikeouts through 2 innings have looked really good so far.
Matthews checks the runner. First pitch, just high. The 1-0, just outside. 2-0 count. Matthews with the 2-0. That one also outside. 3-0 count now with a runner on first. As Peschel, the catcher, stands in. That one in the dirt. A 4-pitch walk there for Matthews. His first walk on the day, but now runners on first and second for Montana.
And we saw this in the first inning too, but Matthews was able to leave some runners stranded and get that third out before any damage was done. 2 outs, it's going to be tricky for Montana to score a run here.
Two outs now. Matthews settling in on the mound. Runner on first and second for the Grizz. As that one's too far outside. 5 balls in a row.
They're about to get to the top of their lineup again, so if you can put them away here, that's going to be ideal.
Along the right fielder, coming in the 9-hole. As he takes that one outside. Now 6 straight outside of the zone. Ramage having a quick talk with Matthews on the mound. Quick little conversation.
Yeah, you don't want to load up the bases here and even give them an inch. If you can get out of this inning with a run, that's a big victory.
That one catches the upper part of the zone, and he is back with a strike. Matthews working quicker now. That one a little too high. 3-1 count here for long. 2 outs still here with a runner on first and second for Montana as they look at a 5-0 deficit. That one too low. They check with the umpire. He did not go around. And that is back-to-back walks now for Matthews as the bases are loaded here with 2 outs.
Now you find yourself in a sticky situation here. I liked what he was doing early, just getting some of those ground balls. Nothing was leaving the infield.
Back to the top of the lineup. Bolton steps in, had himself a single right up the middle to start off the game, and then stole second. In a good position right here. He takes another one outside. 2-0 count. Still 2 outs. Last 2 batters were walked on. Matthews out of the windup. Too far inside. And it is another 3-0 count. The 3-0 pitch in there, taken all the way for Bolton.
Finally gets a strike. Now just a couple more to close out the Grizzlies this inning.
That one up the middle. It will drop. Runner rounds third, coming home. And he is out by a mile. So 1 run scores, but the second one is cut down at the plate. As Montana gets a run across to cut the deficit to 4. And the Aggies escape a jam right there. Looks like they're still having a conversation out there on the field. But ultimately, he is out by a mile at the plate. So Montana with 1 run now, as the Aggies will come back and try and do what they did again in the first inning when we come back at the bottom of the second inning. Welcome back into the bottom of the second inning. The Aggies holding a 5-1 lead right now after Montana was able to get themselves a run right there at the end of the top of the second. Aggies all the way back to the top of the order already. Ian Tippett playing short today, stepping in, had himself a hit by pitch to start off the game. Later came around to score. So he takes that first pitch for ball one.
Yeah, so they're going back to Bennett to pitch. See how many more he's got in him.
Bennett with the 1-0. That one swung on, fouled off. Strike one. Bennett, not the greatest start on the mound. 3 hit by pitch, 3 hits and 5 runs in that first inning. Did get himself a strikeout as he gets that one in the zone for strike 2.
See Tippett's frustrated with himself there. He hasn't been afraid though. He's been attacking some of these first pitches.
Bennett now with the 1-2. That one drops in there for a called strike 3 against Tippett. Second strikeout on the day for Bennett.
And already a much more favorable position he's in this second inning. 1 out, no runners on. Now has to face Vinny Rohr.
Rohr takes that first pitch low and outside for ball one. Quicker start to the inning here for Bennett. Struck out the first one. Second pitch also outside. 2-0 count. Two-0. Again outside and again called ball. Rohr stands in, takes that one all the way, and that is strike one. Rohr with the signature goggles stands in here in the 2-hole. As he takes the 3-1, hits that one to the right side. And taken by the first baseman himself, a 3 unassisted. And now quickly 2 outs here for the Aggies.
Yeah, he's making a lot quicker work, Bennett is, in this inning. And if he wants to stay in, that's what he's got to keep doing.
So now Ramage stands in for Utah State. Had himself an RBI single his first time up. That one out to the right side, tailing, gets over the right fielder's head. Rounds first, but decides to go back. Ramage gets himself a warning track single.
Yeah, it looked like he just had a tough time locating that ball. Lets it go over him. Still able to keep him at first, though.
2 outs now as Burbage steps in. One of the ones that got hit by a pitch in that first inning. First pitch, just low, ball one.
Now they're entering into a scary part of the order with Ferrari coming up. Don't want to allow anything here.
Bennett again low, 2-0 count. 2 outs, runner on first here. As the 2-0 is swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. Strike one. Two one pitch. Held back. That one's in the dirt. Late jump there from Ramage, but he will still advance as that ball took a Utah State bounce off of the backstop. And that will be a pass ball.
And it didn't look like Peschel knew the Ramage was running. Just kind of walking over to the ball there.
Ramage now in scoring position here for Burbage with a 3-1 count. Out inside, and he would have advanced to second anyway as Burbage takes himself a walk there. First walk of the day for Bennett, not counting the hit by pitches. And how quickly the Aggies 2 runners on after starting off with 2 outs and no one on.
And just so you don't want to see Cam Ferrari now.
Hits that one hard to the left side. Deflects off the shortstop. Ramage rounds third. Throw to the plate, and he is out by a bit. An aggressive turn, and it comes back to bite him. So no one scores here for the Aggies. But they still hold a 5-1 lead here at the end of the second inning. Montana will try to continue to claw back when we come back here for the top of the third inning. Top of the third inning here at Zollinger Park, home of the Aggies for the last 2 years. As they hold a 5-1 lead, Montana now back up to bat. It'll be the 2-hole Helwig, the shortstop. He'll be standing in. Matthews still on the mound. First pitch, cut on, lifted high to the right side in foul territory. Just barely lands in play, but no one there to catch it. That'll be a very long strike one.
A lot of lift on that ball there. Just not able to get there in time. Put it in that back corner.
The 0-1 cut on, this time to the right side. That is in foul, or in fair territory. Roar ranging back. He does make an awkward catch. That is out number one.
Again, a lot of height on that ball. It's able to give him time to get back and get under it.
First pitch from Matthews is in for strike one. That one lifted out towards center field. Lindley fighting off the sun, able to make that catch out there. Out number 2 quickly here.
Yeah, you could see him fighting the sun there. Had his glove up in his face, trying to track it. Good job.
That one called strike on the inside corner against Terrell. That one too far inside, skips to the backstop. 1-1 count.
Montana this inning getting a lot of height, a lot of distance on these balls, but
That one swinging bunt. Matthews gets it, throws to first, and he is out. So it will be a 1-2-3 inning for Montana. Unable to get anything going. A nice job on the mound there from Matthews as he sets them down in order, as the Aggies will be back up when we come back for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Welcome back into the bottom of the 3rd inning. First game of the doubleheader today between Utah State and Montana. 2 7-inning games barring any mercy rules. Stepping in for the Aggies will be Mike Neville, here to lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning after a shutdown inning on defense. They want to get their bats back up as he takes that first pitch outside for ball 1. Cut on and miss. Strike 1 for Neville.
and again, just a freshman. We saw some of his talent in his first at bat. He hit 2 RBI double.
Cut on and missed again there. A 1-2 count now for Neville. Breaking ball gets in there. Caught looking there. Another strikeout off the breaking ball for Bennett. All 3 strikeouts today against the Aggies have been looking, and I believe all 3 have been that curveball.
Definitely a different tune from that first inning. I mean, obviously with no more hits by pitch and stringing together some strikeouts.
That one fouled off by Passy. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, and it does graze his pants. So he gets to take first base. Passy, 4th hit by pitch from Bennett today.
That's about 4 more than you should ever have in a game, just in the 3rd inning.
Center fielder Lindley stepping in now. They take off with Passy, and he is in there safely. First stolen base of the day for the Aggies, a team that likes to move around a lot on the base paths.
Yeah, we've seen a few Aggies want to run. I'm surprised it took us till the 3rd to see a stolen base, though.
Next pitch high and inside. Pitch from Bennett. That one in the dirt. That one cut on and missed. 2-2 count for Lindley. Fire truck going past the field.
Looks like they're going to pause the game for a second, let those go by.
Still 2-2 for Lindley. Runner in scoring position there with only 1 out. That one too high, full count. Bennett full count, too far inside. Walks Lindley with an off-speed pitch. Runners on first and second with only 1 out as they get down to the bottom of the order with Logan Lane. Lane the lefty, first pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1.
And despite some of Bennett's pitching woes, Aggies haven't been able to make a lot of contact in this inning.
That one fouled off back to the left side. 0-2 count here for Logan Lane. One out, runners on first and second. Soft contact to the right side, but foul. Passy was already at third base by the time they called it foul. Has to run all the way back.
Yeah, and you can see he's eager to get those bases.
still 0-2. That one fouled off to the left side, and it'll stay 0-2 again.
So he's getting pieces of it, just can't get a hold of it and play it fair. But Bennett's dancing along that line.
That one fouled off. He stays alive once again. Ball thrown onto the field. Quick timeout to get that taken care of. Lane still battling. 0-2 count. Cut on and missed. And after a battle, he goes down with a swinging strikeout.
Yeah, made him work for that one.
Fourth strikeout now for Bennett as we flip back to the top of the order. Tippett stands in as he fouls that one straight back. Yeah, hit by pitch his first time up and then was a victim to a looking strikeout in the second inning. The 0-1 from Bennett. That one check swing fouled off. And another 0-2 count for Bennett. Looking a lot better out there on the mound after a rough first inning.
Yeah, those hits by pitch is all he's really given them. Aggies got to capitalize on if they want to run up this score.
That one fouled to the right side. It will be out of play into the parking lot. Doesn't damage any cars as far as I can see.
Yeah,
let's stay 0-2.
Luckily, no one's parked on that near side.
Still 0-2 for Tippett. That one blooped, but handled easily by the shortstop. The Aggies again are shut down and unable to get anything across. Bennett looking a lot better out there on the mound. The Aggies still hold a 5-1 lead through 3 innings. Montana will be back up when we come back to the top of the 4th inning. Back in now to the top of the 4th inning. The pitcher, who's had a couple nice innings now, Bennett, will be stepping up to the plate, hitting in the 5-hole, playing on both sides as he cuts and misses on that one for strike 1. That one just high, evens up the count. Matthews still working on the mound. Gets a swing and a miss right there for strike 2. 3 hits allowed by Matthews with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts through the first 3 innings.
Yeah, and you like to see him getting ahead in the count early.
That one skips on the outside. That one lifted high to center field. Lindley fighting the sun and able to come down with it. A fly out to center field to start off the inning for Bennett. Left fielder Allen now stepping in as he cuts and misses on that first pitch. Strike 1.
Allen scored the lone run for the Grizzlies. Him and Bolton, the leadoff, are the only ones recording a hit so far.
That one cut on and missed. Matthews loses his hat. Allen steps back in. 1-2 count. Just a little bit high according to the home plate umpire. That'll even the count back up. A tough take right there from Allen. That one hit hard to the right side. Line drive drops down into right field for a single. His second one on the day. He is now 2 for 2. So now Fouts will be stepping in for Montana. 1 out, runner on first. That one's a little too high. 4th hit today for Montana. Only 1 run to show for it so far. As that one is driven hard to left field, and that is over the head of Rohr. Allen rounds third. He's coming home. Throw to the plate, tag, and he is out by a few steps. A wonderful relay right there to home plate.
Yeah, a lot of distance they had to cover and made it in plenty of time.
So a hard hit double there from Fouts, but it doesn't score any runs as he was cut down at the plate. A nice relay. So now 2 out for Montana. Runner on second. That one cut on and missed by Peschel. Matthews with the pitch. That one hit high to center field. Lindley is under it, and he will handle that one easily. So close play at the plate, but Montana still comes away with nothing. Still a 5-1 game here as the Aggies will try and revive their offense when we come back in the bottom of the 4th inning. Welcome back to Zollinger Park. It is the bottom of the fourth inning. The Yankees nothing put up since that dominant first inning. As Roar will step in. Part of that nice relay to cut down a run at home in the top of the fourth. Had a single in the first inning. And that one is fouled softly back to the backstop. Bennett back there on the mound, pitching a completely different game since that first inning. That one lined, hits the ground, but the second baseman still handles it and gets that over to first. 4-3 to start. Bottom of the fourth inning. Ramage back in as he hits that one high to right center. Almost a collision right there. The ball drops between them and is not handled at second. Ramage will find himself on second base. I'm unsure how that's going to be scored. But Ramage gets himself on for the third time today. 2 singles and then whatever that one counts as.
Just a lack of communication in the outfield. You saw that ball sweeping left to right. Both at center and right fielder thought they had it, and the mix-up lets the ball drop. And then another mix-up at second. Not able to get a hold of the ball, and that allows the double.
First pitch taken for ball 1. Burbage now comes in, been in the field as a first baseman today as he takes that second pitch high. Sixth hit of the day given up by Bennett. The 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball, but too low. 3-0 count.
He's going in now.
And a 4-pitch walk there for Burbage. Gets himself on. Runners on first and second now.
One ball got squared up.
So now Ferrari stepping in. Had himself a single his last time out back in the second inning.
That was pretty, I was impressed. Every time I looked up, I was like, I can't see anything.
Bennett still out there on the mound for Montana. Runners on first and second as that first pitch is cut on high and inside. Strike 1 for Ferrari. Been behind the plate for the Aggies today. Has applied a couple tags back there. That one fouled off of the hands to the right side. Strike 2.
I don't know how to do it. Just set that.
0-2 count now for Ferrari. Bennett with the pitch. fouled off of the catcher's helmet. And it will stay 0-2.
Giving up or just curveball. That one's on me yesterday. Jeez. A sacrifice walk.
Only one out, runner in scoring position for the Aggies here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, this one will be the first of 2 7-inning games today, as Montana and Utah State will be having a doubleheader today and a full 9-inning game tomorrow. 0-2 pitch taken, just misses the zone, moves it to 1-2.
Feels good. First time out there in a while.
Ferrari was one of those hitters in that first inning that recorded an RBI. Great chance to do it here with a runner on second.
Exactly what it's supposed to do.
That one just misses. 2-2 count.
It's nice.
I mean, I'm gonna put an armband on there soon, or not arm sleeves, but if you need anything down there, I can hit you.
Tell that team to have a guy when the pitcher to come in, so not to wait 5 minutes.
2-2 pitch.
Right?
Too high. And he's worked his way back from an 0-2 count to a full count now.
Yeah, Bennett had him pinned, but now just flustered, throwing it all around. Chance to load the bases now.
Bennett with the 3-2. And a curveball once again. Another looking strikeout on that breaking ball from Bennett, and that has been the bane of Utah State today. Fifth strikeout for Bennett, and I believe all 5 have been on that breaking ball, and only one of those was swinging.
Yeah, they had Bennett pegged early. They knew what he was throwing. Seems like they're struggling a little now.
Soft contact to the first baseman, and he is able to get there just in time. Neville gets out with a 3 unassisted. The Aggies get a double and a walk, but no one able to move after that. So the Aggies, after that first inning with 5 runs, have not been able to put any up against Bennett. Montana will try to get themselves back in the scoring column when we come back here for the top of the 5th inning. Top of the 5th inning, and the Aggies have made a pitching change. It'll be Hayden Gardner who will be relieving Cade Matthews. Cade Matthews, after 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, only 1 earned run. A lot of weak contact induced by him. Gardner will take over as his first pitch hits the batter, getting a little bit of revenge from earlier.
You could hear the thud from up here. Solid contact.
So now the 9-hole long able to get himself on to start. Back to the top of the order for Montana. Bolton, 2 for 2 on the day, has the only RBI plus a stolen base. 2 singles, both up the middle, as he takes that first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Gardner looks at that runner on first. That one high but cut on by Bolton. Strike 1. Pitch from Gardner too far outside. 2-1 count.
Still just finding his footing here.
Two one from Gardner. That one fouled hard into the Aggies dugout. Oh, and that one thrown back to Gardner while he was still looking at the dugout. Just misses his head. 2-2 count, though, for Bolton. Runner on first for Montana with no one out. 2-2 pitch, too far outside. The count will be full now. Full count. Runner goes. Fouled off to the right side, way out of play. And they'll do it again. Long taking off on that pitch.
So now they got to watch that runner on first. Keep an eye on him.
No runner going this time, as that one's fouled right back at the camera. Still full count for Bolton. Runner takes off again as that one is driven to center field. Lindley, it is over his head. Gets it near the warning track. Runner will hold at third. They learned their lesson after a couple cut down at the plate, but that is a double for Bolton. 3 for 3 on the day now with a hard hit up the middle.
And that's the first one the Grizzlies have been able to sneak into that center field. Gets behind him. Aggies playing pretty shallow, but
Bolton, all 3 hits right back up the middle. So now 2 runners in scoring position with still no one out. As Hellwig steps in, 0 for 2 on the day. As he hits that one hard to left field, it gets down and it gets past Rohr. 2 runs will score. Hellwig holds up at second base. Rohr misreads that one and it gets past him, and 2 runs come across.
so one just passed in center field and one shallow in left, sorry. Grizzlies starting to get the looks they want.
Back-to-back 2-baggers for Montana, as they have cut that deficit in half. Still no one out. Runner on second base. A quick visit between Ferrari and Gardner, who just came in relief. And Montana has finally come alive. Hit by pitch, followed by 2 doubles.
Yeah, and still no outs. That deficit looking a lot smaller. Got to make some magic happen here.
That one driven hard, deflects off of Ramage's mitt. Rounds third, and he is there safe easily as he was burning around third. And now the deficit down to 1. Utah State 5, Montana 4.
This is not what you want to see on a pitching change like that. 3 runs just like that, starting with that hit by pitch. And still no answers for the Grizzly offense.
First pitch taken down the middle for strike 1 on Terrell.
Now we're seeing flashes, but he's got to get that consistency.
That one driven hard to right field. It is caught. And it seems they forgot how many outs there were. They're going to double him up at first base. Taylor took off on that hit, and he was already almost to third base before he realized he got doubled up. So a double play made right there between the right fielder, Neville, and Burbage.
Yeah, just lost track of it there. He was eager. You could see him just getting around the bases. Didn't really realize until after the put out.
So now 2 outs as the pitcher steps back in, Bennett.
And big relief for Gardner right there.
That one misses. Ball 1.
But Gardner's still given the task to get that final out. And it feels like a big one with how many runs the Grizzlies have put up in this inning.
That one right back up the middle, just past Gardner. They tried to throw it to first, but no play made. Just a correction, Logan Lane actually making that double play in right field. Now runner on first as Bennett gets his first hit of the day.
That's what we've seen from Bennett so far, just poking at it. Some of those shallow hits, just for a single base hit there.
First one in there for strike 1 here against Allen. Fouled off to the backstop, strike 2.
And as you mentioned earlier, Allen has been dangerous against the Aggies so far. Got to be careful here.
2 for 2 with 2 singles on the day, but right there, a swinging strikeout. But Montana is able to get 3 runs right there on 4 hits with Utah State's pitching change, and they have cut it back into a close game. Utah State a 1-run lead. They will try to extend it when we come back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Back in for the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Utah State here in the bottom of the fifth. Only a 1-run lead now as Bennett comes back after 5 runs given in that first inning. Has not allowed any runs in the last 3. As Passy takes that first pitch for ball 1. Hit by a pitch his last time up, had a stolen base.
And Utah State's still holding on to that lead, but it feels like the momentum's changed.
That one just low for ball 2.
They could use some insurance runs right now.
That one does find the zone. Back to a 2-1 count. That one just low. 3-1 count for Bennett.
Same pitch.
Passy showing some patience at the plate. Curveball finds the zone. That has been his dominant pitch so far today. And he went right back to it there. Bring it to a full count. Full count pitch. 2-hop to the shortstop. He gets it to first in time. A 6-3 will be the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As the Aggies need to start showing some signs of life. They've been shut down since that first inning.
Yeah, and this pitching and the defense from the Grizzlies has been tough. That little hopper right there, it's going to be a hard one to flag down, but they're able to. Just not letting up much.
Lindley made a few nice plays out there in center field so far today, fighting the sun. He comes in and takes a nice curveball for strike 1. He's been throwing that one pretty often. They're going to have to be looking for it.
Yeah, and the Aggies don't have many answers for it, so why not? They find one right there.
That one hit high to center field, but it is handled by Bolton. 2 quick outs for the Aggies. Down to the 9 hole with Logan Lane.
So starting to get the timing of it now, starting to get in position for it, just not able to get the ball down.
Lane steps back in. 0 for 2 on the day as he cuts and misses right there. Ground out to the shortstop and a swinging strikeout. That one taken. Ball 1. That one hit out to third base. Long throw made, and it is a 1-2-3 inning once again for Bennett. Showing some life back out there on the mound after that tough first inning, but Utah State again held scoreless. They still hold the 1-run lead, though, as they will go back out into the field and try to shut down Montana State as Montana State brings their bats back up. Another pitching change for the Aggies as we move into the top of the 6th inning. Josh Ezell will be making his first pitching appearance as an Aggie. Has been on the team for a while as an infielder. This will be his first pitching appearance, however. Will relieve Hayden Gardner. Gave up 3 runs in 1 inning in that 5th in relief. As Ezell's first pitch will find the zone for strike 1. Montana wanting to keep their bats hot. Had a nice 5th inning as they scored 3 runs and cut that deficit.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting to see what Ezell can do in these last couple innings, especially with such a dangerous part of the Montana lineup coming up.
7-8-9 for Montana. Fouts stepping in. 0-2 count on him after that foul ball. And softly popped up, but handled by Burbage at first base and 1 out. One batter faced, 1 down for Ezell now in his Aggie pitching career. Catcher Peschel stands in as he takes the first pitch for a strike. Walked in his first at bat and then flew out to center field his next time up in the 4th inning. That one high. 1-1 count. One for Ezell, working out of the windup. That one too low. 2-1 count. Pitch from Ezell. Swung on and missed off the outside part of the plate. Strike 2. Two-two count here against Peschel. Breaking ball finds the zone, gets him looking, strikeout for Josh Ezell.
And he's looking really good in his first appearance at the mound. A couple of balls high, 1 low. But overall, done a good job of finding the zone. He's hitting his stride early.
9-hole for Montana. Long will step back in as that one goes outside. Started off the 5th inning, got hit by a pitch, later came around to score and got walked his first time up. So technically 0 for 0 on the day for Long as he takes that one high. Two-0 from Ezell. That catches the outer black for strike 1. That one a little too high. 3-1 count against Long. Long been spending his day out in right field for Montana. As that one breaks back inside, but not enough. And that'll be a walk for Long. 0 for 0 on the day, but he's been on base 3 times now.
Yeah, and he's patient. He knows he's facing a new pitcher. Able to get the walk.
Bolton comes back in. 3 for 3 on the day. A double and 2 singles. An RBI and a run scored. As he hits that one out to the right side. It's tailing foul. No play made. Strike 1.
Yeah, and he's veering towards that fence. He just slid a little bit early. Wasn't quite able to track it down.
Top of the order for Montana. Bolton been fairly busy out there in center field. As he takes that pitch, it is now 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runner on first base. Utah State still holds a 1-run lead. Pitch from Azell too high, and that is a 2-1 count. Two-one from Azell. Catches the outside part of the play. That'll move it to a 2-strike count. 2-2 against Bolton.
Now he's been delivering a lot of balls. Those first 2 batters put him away pretty quickly. But he's dancing around with these next 2. Got to put him away here if you're the Aggies.
2-2 count for Azell. That one too high, moves it to full. Azell with full count. Runner goes. Batter is walked on a high and inside pitch. Second walk for Azell. Now runners on first and second.
Looks like the Aggies going to call time here. Meeting at the mound with Josh Azell.
Started off strong, but those last 2 were both walked on.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's just telling him, whatever you were doing, keep doing it. And against those first couple batters, can't afford to give up a run here with the lead, especially late in the 6th. Yeah, so not much, just a short meeting, but
Infield breaks up their conference, and Hellwig will step in. Also had himself a double out to left field that got past Rohr last time up. Before that was 0 for 2. Now 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs for Azell. First pitch fouled off back to the right side for strike 1.
And that's exactly what you need. Get ahead in the count early. Able to get the foul ball there. Not enough contact.
The 0-1 pitch. Just too high. Seems to be where he's been missing. That one beans him. And the bases are loaded now. After starting out with back-to-back outs, the bases have been loaded with 2 walks and a hit by pitch.
It seemed like the Aggies were going to be safe this inning, but now in a dangerous spot if they can't get it out here.
Brings up the 3-hole hitter, Taylor. Had a single his last time up. That one is too high. That one again high and tight. Ball 2. That one just misses his helmet, and that'll push it to a 3-0 count for Azell.
So the Grizzlies just a ball away from tying up this game now. Not where we thought we'd be when we started the 6th.
That one does catch the corner. 3-1 count here against Taylor. That one hit up the middle, but handled by the shortstop. Takes it himself to the bag, and the Aggies come away unscathed as they escape the jam. Montana able to load the bases, but not able to get any across. The Aggies still hold a 1-run lead as their bats will be back up here in the bottom of the 6th when we come back. Top of the 6th, bottom of the 6th inning here for the Aggies. Back to the top of the order. Ian Tippett, shortstop, steps back in. 0 for 2 on the day. Did get hit with a pitch and scored in the first inning. As that first pitch is low. Bennett still out there on the mound. Really recovered after that first inning. Has been locked down ever since. 3 hits in the first inning, only 3 hits allowed since then. As that pitch is swung on and missed from Tippett.
And for the Aggies, this is the same place you were at in that first inning. Tippett is the leadoff hitter. Now they got to try and spark that magic, bring back some of that first inning luck.
That one too high from Bennett. Two-one count here for Tippett. As that one is grazed off of the side of him, and he will take a free first base. 5th hit by pitch on the day from Bennett. Second one given to Tippett.
And that has been the weakness for Montana's pitching. Bennett struggled with that throughout the game.
Lefty Rohr back in. Had himself a single in the first, but been quiet since then. 1 for 3 on the day. Runner goes. That one skipped in the dirt. Bunt is pulled back. Still thrown to third despite no play. Tippett gets himself a stolen base. Attempted one in the first inning, but a hit got rid of the attempt. This time gets himself the first one of this fall season.
So some unforced mistakes for the Grizzlies are helping the Aggies to make some plays.
1 ball, runner on second, no one out for Rohr. Bennett looking back. Runner takes off, swung on and missed from Rohr. Ball is skipped in. It's another stolen base for Tippett. He's got himself to third now.
And now a runner on third. You find yourself in a very good place to tack on a few runs and distance themselves.
1-1 count here against Rohr. Runner now only 90 feet away from extending that lead. That one fouled off at the end of the bat. Rohr was early. That That one cut on from Roar, fouled off once again. 1-2 count still for Vinny. Tippett's a great job of moving himself around the base pass, getting himself in a better position. Roar cuts on that one, hit deep to right field.
Look what I found.
And a very awkward catch there by the right fielder as he was twisting and turning, but it'll be a sac fly for Vinny as Utah State doubles their lead.
And that's all you need. Just separate yourself. Still only 1 out. So a lot of chances for the Aggies to continue to build on this. That's the first run scored since that first inning.
So now a 6-4 ball game. A conference there at the mound. 1 out, no one on now after that sac fly. And it looks like they will be changing the pitcher after 5 1/3. 6 runs given up from Bennett. However, that one, the first one, since the 5 in the first inning.
Sorry, I have some ready.
So 5 1/3 from Bennett. They will be switching the pitcher over to number 3, Hellwig.
Yeah, and we were wondering if they were going to run with Bennett the whole 7 innings, just pulling him at the end.
We'll go ahead and take a quick break here while Hellwig
Okay.
warms up.
Okay.
We'll be back when batting is back for the Aggies.
He's done, dude.
Pitching change for Montana now through 5 1/3. Bennett final line, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 5 hit by pitch, and 6 runs given up. As that first pitch is driven to the right side, it is fair. Right fielder unable to get there. Ramage rounds first,
Really was so slow. No tag.
and they get the tag on him just barely, and he is out trying to stretch that one into a double.
Come on, I knew better than that. It was close for a
That does make him 4 for 4 on the day. 3 singles and a double. However, Still an unfortunate out for the Aggies there as he tried stretching that one.
Yeah, and he hit it deep. But just up that right field line, they're able to get it there in time.
Nice throw in from Long. As that pitch from Hellwig finds the zone. Two outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As that one is outside from Hellwig. Evens up the count at 1. Burbage coming in after
It's under his hand.
that one called strike inside part of the plate. Burbage hit by pitch and then walked twice, so 0 for 0, but on base 3 times. 1-2 count against him right now, though. That one low and outside, evens up the count once again. Hellwig gets the sign from his catcher. That one hit hard, bobbled by the shortstop,
Is there?
but he gets it there just in time. And they're able to get the final out right there. The Aggies able to come away with a run there. A single moving all the way around was Tippett's, and he was batted in with a sac fly by Rohr, but unable to do anything after that. The Aggies will have to hold Montana as we move into the top of the final inning here at Zollinger Park. Four, 5, 6 due up for Montana in a do-or-die situation. Utah State holding a 6-4 lead here as Josh Ezell continues on the mound and puts that first one in for strike 1. 2-run deficit for Montana as they've got Terrell up at the plate. 0 for 3 on the day. Hits that one softly to second base, handled, and a 2-pitch first out there for the Aggies.
And that's exactly what you want to do if you are the Aggies. Just make quick work of it. Don't let them get too comfortable at the plate. Put them away quick.
Now Bennett will step in. Was the starting pitcher for today, moved over to first after 5 1/3 pitched. Had himself a single last time up. That one off of the hands. Will be a 3 unassisted. So now 1 out left for Montana to try and claw 2 back.
Yep, and just what I was saying. Put him away quick. 3 pitches and already 2 outs. Grizzlies have been in this spot before, though. Aggies got to put him away here.
Allen 2 for 3 on the day. Both singles, had a run scored, and then struck out swinging his last time up in the 5th. Fouls that one out to the right side. 0-1 count. Zell with the 0-1 pitch, too far outside. Ball 1. It's the first game of the doubleheader. Second one was scheduled for 5. Will be moved back a couple minutes. That one high and inside. 1-2 count now. Against Allen, the left fielder. That one fouled hard to the right side, but that'll even the count back up. And Montana is down to its last strike here in the first game. Pitch from Azell, swung on and missed, and that is the ball game. Azell comes in for the last 2 innings and finishes off the Grizz, a 6-4 win from the Aggies. And McCade, go ahead and give me your final thoughts for what you saw in this first game.
Yeah, it was tough pitching by the Grizzlies. Bennett able to kind of find his stride towards the middle of the game, but those hit by pitch ended up kind of being the death toll for the Grizzlies. Just too many mistakes adding up, and Aggies did a good job of capitalizing on them, getting hits when they needed to, getting in some of those RBIs, and ultimately digging a hole that the Grizzlies couldn't get out of.
Well, that will do it for the first game of this doubleheader. Don't go too far away. We do have that second 7-inning game that will be coming up soon between the Utah State Aggies and the Montana Grizz. But as for this first game, a 6-4 win for Utah State. First game of the season and the first win. And they will be back here in just a couple minutes for game 2.